Hi, I'm Mike Hudson, Director of the Museum at the American Printing House for the Blind. Today in our series of museum how-tos, we're going to show you how to pack and store a historic costume. Maybe you have your mother's wedding dress or an old military uniform. So first off, we are going to go wash our hands, and we're going to roll the sleeves up on our shirt so that we don't need to worry about the buttons catching on any of our costume piece. Now today we are working with a letter sweater from a champion athlete from the Michigan School for the Blind, about 50 years old. We have our box ready, and we have our tissue. Now, there are two basic kinds of acid-free tissue. Of course, acid-free tissue is archival. It's okay to be directly in contact with our piece. You can use buffered acid-free tissue that has a little bit of calcium carbonate in it, or you can use unbuffered tissue. Depends on the fiber as to which kind of tissue you want. We have a wool sweater, so we're going to use unbuffered tissue today. Now, one of the big skills of stuffing things is making what I call sausages. So we're going to pull off a pretty generous piece of tissue. And once you've done this a little bit, you get really good at it. But basically, we're just creating a roll, and we're folding the ends on so that it kind of makes what we call a sausage, right? So now we're going to stuff all of the folds. We're going to start out with our sleeves. What we're wanting to do here is get a piece that runs all the way down the sleeve so that those creases, those folds there on the edge of the sleeve are supported a little bit by our sausages. So now we're going to move ahead and we're going to stuff all our corners. Okay, so now we've got all of our seams and sleeves and the collar stuffed. Now we need to get our package down small enough to fit inside of our box. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold the sleeves in. Every time we fold our costume in any way, we're going to pad the fold. We're going to make our sausage. I'm going to put it right there on the shoulder, and then we're going to bring our sleeve in so that it's padded. Now I'm going to do the other one. Okay, so now we've got our textile pretty much padded. All the folds are padded. So we get our box, make sure that we're about the right size. And then we're going to take and put in a liner sheet in the bottom of our box. We want it to be big enough so that we can fold the edges over. Oops. We want it to be big enough so that we fold the edges over on top. Now we've got our box lined. We're going to get our hands underneath our costume so that we are supporting it completely. Lift it up. Let's go right into our box. And then we can relax our arms a little bit so that it isn't crunched in there at all. It's nice and relaxed. We might look at our folds there a little bit, but it looks pretty good. And we're going to bring our tissue over. And then one last piece. So we've got our sweater nicely boxed up there. Write the name of our textile on the outside of our box, and then we're going to put it into storage. Remember, no attics, no basements. Somewhere in a bedroom underneath the bed probably be best. Good luck.